I've had a very, very interesting few days I wanted to share with people. One of them has to do with ADHD and how do you deal with it. I have a son who's now just believed the diagnosis that he's got ADHD. I have another son who married a girl that has been diagnosed to have ADHD. Pretty sure the son that married the girl that has ADHD also has some form of obsessive compulsive disorder. He definitely has something going on that has been diagnosed in the past, has a lot to do with savant issues. There's zero question. This is passed on genetically. Um, Lots of things are passed on genetically. So right now I'm being um, accused of having ADHD. It's like the minute I've been born, I've been accused of having a host of different illnesses. It's like I'm perfectly normal. I'm sort of questioning why you have all of these labels on me and can't prove anything. And yet at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is sell me a pill that suppresses my intelligence. So I'm kind of wondering who's the one that's really ill, the doctors or the patients? And I kind of have a little bit of science to back up my statement. Like, if you are right, you should be able to prove that you are right. If the issue is yours, you know, maybe heal it. um, but that is what is being pushed on me now. I am constantly told I have a mental illness. It's like if you call somebody stupid long enough, they'll turn into stupid. My father has said women are no good, they're useless, and all end up on welfare. And he's had two kids and one son, and both of his daughters are on a disability welfare system. Did that man not have anything to do with creating the reality? He raised his daughters to believe that they have nothing to offer, and we always end up on a welfare system. It is almost like, okay, if the giant doesn't want to change, then we'll do what the giant says because the giant is in full control. It is kind of an insane game that, yes, those that are hypersensitive are literally programmed. Somebody can literally program your arm to go up and down and be exactly who um, they are programming you to be. So my father could never see the good in anything to do with me. So he was definitely programming to me to really believe without a doubt that there was nothing good about me. Then I end up marrying somebody who constantly told me there was nothing good about me. So don't you think that I being a being that knows without a doubt that there's nothing good at me would attract a husband that would perpetuate the same game, because I know that there's nothing good at me about me. So I would naturally marry a man who perpetually never sees the good in anything. So naturally he wouldn't see the good in me. So I would never be treated right, because you never treat something right that you never see the good in them. You're always trying to change them. You're always trying to do harm to them because you never see anything good in it. You never want something that you never see the good in it. So that's kind of why I had a little divorce. Now I have children that have ADD that can't see the good in anything. So that means they can't see the good in their mother. Now, I'm a person that doesn't see the good in me, so that means that I would raise kids that are programmed to never see the good in me. So I take full responsibility that, okay, I was programmed to attract, even program my own kids to believe that there's nothing good about me. Um, but I do believe that you stop your patterns as soon as you recognize what the hell it is that you're doing. This is a son that wants to be on medication, which I think is the wrong direction. For my son, all he needs to do is receive information. But my son, that is one of the biggest issues that I am dealing with your children having ADHD, is their inability to have a conversation. The only thing these children are able to receive is information that says, everything about you is amazing. And then their egos get really big because that's the only information they have. Those are the only people that they would have in a room, is have everybody that says, hey, you are amazing. You are brilliant. you can only handle, if you have ADHD, you can only handle people saying great things about you because you lack the ability to face your own issues. You are so friggin' intelligent, you will never see yourself wrong. So, um, that's the issue is, okay, I'm really intelligent, and if I have ADHD, then it's next to impossible to convince me that I have this illness because I'm so friggin' smart. You can't convince me that I have an issue about anything. So, um, it's quite the unique experience because it's like when you have this awareness, you watch yourself, you see what's going on, and it's like, okay, there you are. You're yeah, what you are accusing everybody guilty of, you're acting exactly the same. So how do you know that you don't fall in the same patterns, that you've broken your patterns? And here's the deal: is first of all, I have to agree there's lots of good things about me. If you don't see it, it's your issue, not mine. I would be stuck in the perpetual game of constantly needing to prove people what the truth is. Um, my son is extremely intelligent. Those that are in the professionals, I mean, they went to school. That's another story that I want to continue talking about is the medical profession that has the documentation that says how smart they are. um, I would be kind of insane to say, convince them that I'm smarter than them and they're kind of a little insane. They'll never ever receive it because they have a piece of paper that says, okay, the more you disagree with me, the more you are nuts. Um, because they're very intelligent. You only get into psychology because you're trying to solve some kind of issue within yourself. So any medical profession that's an expert at ADHD actually has ADHD themselves, and their idea of a solution they really, really, truly believe is the solution for them, or that works for everybody. They will see everybody through an ADHD eyes, and there's no talking them out of how warped their reality is. So, but if I try to control them, if I try to manipulate them, then I'm playing in that same insane game. You only start to get the peace in your life, stop the abuse by saying, okay, you're right, I have ADHD, but I'm choosing not to take the medication. I'm choosing to be really, really ill. Let me know when you can start see things positively. Like, I wish you well. I love you. I'm sorry you have issues with any aspect of my life. There's very little that I can do to make your life happier. I've tried for 50 years to do everything in my power to make those that I love be happy. But I jump out of my pattern by seeing that I'm not responsible for your happiness. You got to be happy because you love your life. And that is sort of like where my smoking addiction is I realize that most of my family are extremely intelligent, and they're very, very right about what they think, and what they think is right is very mean, and it's very, very cruel. And it kind of breaks my heart and leaves me in the position, why would I want to live in a world where the people that I love treat me so horribly? And then I want to smoke. And I don't know, today, after receiving all of this really, really nasty, nasty experiences, I haven't gone for a cigarette. I don't even want a cigarette. I'm kind of like living every second by second of, holy shit, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. I know the root cause of why I want to smoke is because I don't want to live. I know I don't want to live because kind of love my family, kind of don't like the idea that my family isn't communicating together with each other. Kind of really makes me sad when all of my family members can only see the bad in each other when they're the most amazing people. They're freaking geniuses, geniuses that are outside of this world. Um, and yet they can't get along. I mean, They got it from their mother. Okay, they're claiming that they're as smart as they are because they got it from their parents. So if their mother is really, really, really smart, and we all agree your mother's really, really smart, then I ask the question, just because you can't see good in the world doesn't mean it's not there. Um, and that's what I sort of needed was to have some value in my life. In order for me to not be killing myself, I have to have some value. Now, it's been really, really hard when your kids are saying you have no value, you have no value. That's why nobody wants to talk to you, because you have no value. That's why nobody wants to listen to anything you have to say, because you have no value. There's nobody on the planet. I know that I created this behavior. And it's like, really, really, really be careful what you wish for, because I wanted smart kids. So all of my kids, I really, really, truly believe, because it was done to me, I've seen it happen, that if you call somebody stupid long enough, they turn into stupid. So if you end up having kids and you kept saying, you're brilliant, you're brilliant, you're a genius, you're a genius, guess what? You program them to be a genius. Um, and I take responsibility for that. I should have told them that you need to have more value for the observer who is judging you to be the genius, because if you actually have zero respect for the one and only person who has ever told you that you are a genius, then it's like you're not at one with your genius yet, because the creator that programmed you to believe that you're a genius, you're saying it should never be listened to. So it's like, how insane is that? Do you think that's intelligence? Or, you have to really agree that if we all inspire each other. You as a child, my son, has been inspired either by your DNA, that you want to claim that you have this illness due to your DNA. Well, here's your DNA speaking to you. And it's telling you the first step out of your own insanity is to start seeing the good in things and find out why you don't see the good in anything. And for me, the only thing that helps me is I kind of mirror God. I mean, we can all do this. It's, you know, just a concept. Why not try it? But I kind of say, okay, if the best way to handle it is to handle it the way God's way, how would God handle this? So then, um, God doesn't force his will. He says you have free will. So I'm going to let my son have free will. You have the free will. God doesn't come in and tell you what to do. You have the free will to think about whatever the hell you want to think about. But God seems to say, if you ask me a question, I'll respond. If you ask for my help, I'm there instantly. So I'm going to leave it to my kids that as soon as they want a mother and they want their help, I'll be there instantly for them, just like God is. If you want some answers, I'll be happy to provide whatever information it is I have, just like I'm sure God has done that to me. Any answers that I wanted from God, God gave to me. I'm pretty sure it's the best answer he's got. Okay, and that's the only thing that I can offer. I can't offer the best answers of everything. All I can do is answer the best answers that I've got. But I'm going to stay quiet until you ask for it. I am not responsible for the challenges that you have in your life, the pain that you have in your life. You ultimately are attracting it. It is a painful thing to realize. I was a victim. I had to, in order for me to heal, I had to realize that I was the victim. I was the creator of it. It's exactly the same as everybody in a third world country. It's exactly the same as everybody that's dealing with losing their house in the banking issue. You wanted this for some reason. You agreed to the laws. You only disagreed once you've lost something. So maybe it's just time for you to believe in something completely different. When you're looking for advice, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just kind of venting. It's been an interesting few days. I really want to continue this on another video, so you can kind of see some insanity that's going on within our medical world. It's kind of really opened up my eyes and made a massive, massive shift in my experience. So it's kind of interesting. Continue on the next tape.